Good morning, afternoon, and evening, Supercoach Elites. Welcome back to another Supercoach Elites podcast, proudly sponsored by the patrons at patreon.com/SCE Elites and our mates at supercoachchampion.com. My name's Corey, and as always, alongside me is the Bonfz Express.
Choo-choo! That's right, Corey. The Bonfz Express is back. And is this finals week?
Yeah, finals
I think it
this
might
week,
be.
mate.
Finals week, whatever fucking round that means it is, Corey. Before we have a little preview of that, where can listeners hit us up on social media?
Find us on Twitter and Patreon at SC Elites. Find us on Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, and YouTube at Supercoach Elites. Shout out to those who are on the YouTube. And if you are listening there, just hit the subscribe button. Give us a subscribe. It's trying to get the subscribers up. And unfortunately, Dizzy gave a promise to the Patreon last week that if we hit 75 likes, he would be on this week's pod. But fortunately for us, he's not here, so that's good. We didn't hit.
How many did he hit?
No idea. I think he hit like 50 something, but I remember it might have been a bit less. It was at like 50, and then it went down like 3. They must have heard that promise, so they took a lot. Yeah. So the cerebral pest is not here. How'd you go, Bonfz? I mean, Supercoach isn't open, but you scored.
Yeah, nothing. Your scores
up to a potty?
Your scores have loaded though. 2, 3, 1, 6. No, we're not open, but your scores, your final scores are there. So 2, 3, 1, 6 this week. It was at the end.
2, 3, 1, 6. Not too bad, Bonfz. I think you snipped me. I had a fucking terrible week, that's for sure. 2, 2, 7, 6. So
yeah, no, it didn't feel like a good end to the week. Obviously with how sort of Grundy and Goldie kind of performed in the back. Well, Goldie's probably not an issue for you considering you've been kissed with Nic Nat.
Yep. Kissed, I wouldn't call it that. Just call it an active brilliance from the start of the year, that's for sure.
Just a full, just mouth open type performance.
I don't think I could handle my mouth could handle the full frontal of Nic Nat, that's for sure.
Oh, yay. But 2, 3, 1, 6 was a half decent score. I had McRae's 142, which I was pretty happy with, and Bont and Titch and keep getting it done, and Cripps went half decent. And what do I do this week? My trades, I brought in Crisp, he scored 89, and I brought in Hugh Greenwood as well.
Oh, nice.
So
you would have been laughing at half time of that game.
Why? What was he on?
It was on like 80 something.
So then I'm actually pretty pissed with the 100.
Yeah, well, you would have been laughing at half time.
Half time would have been laughing. But he had like 11 touches though, 11 tackles I think it was. 11 touches.
Yeah, well, he had 8 touches and like 8 tackles to the half.
Oh, okay, that's a bit ugly then.
Yeah, slow down afterwards, but yeah, what can you do?
Yeah.
So we have started recording, and Supercoach isn't open yet. We do expect it to open during. I mean, here at Supercoach Elites, we don't care about being correct. We care about being first. As you would have seen my beautiful admin Zito's post on the Will Gould news the other day. Fuck, that was funny.
Yeah, I sort of got onto that a bit late, and what happened? Did he have a timer set or something?
So one of our admins posted it to group on Thursday night when it was on Twitter. A unconfirmed Sydney page had put it on Twitter. And so we put the photo in there and said
unconfirmed Sydney page. Just listen to the way the story starts. An unconfirmed Sydney page.
So we had it there, and then it was like, all right, just get ready because if it pops up, we'll run with it when it's confirmed, kind of thing. Because as we do, we don't normally like to be the first one in there. We normally like to just be correct. And I don't know. I'd assume that admin Z didn't see it and has gone and seen it later or something and thought that maybe he said to post it. So I think he set a timer for 9 o'clock the next morning without reading the rest of the chat, and all the rest is history. Didn't we hear about it?
Yeah, there's a few points where they went wrong, Corey. They went off unconfirmed fucking reports. So some donkey page has written something about something happening, and there's
try get him first, and that was it. And me, poker table that on Friday night, I was just like, I can't believe that fucking someone went with this.
Now, fair income, there is probably, the same nuffy that probably wrote that thing about Gould is probably the same nuffy that's making up Grundy being rested for the last 4 weeks, because that's all I've heard, that Grundy's going to get. Ridley's not going to. Ridley's in doubt. I've had enough of this shit, Corey. I've had an absolute enough of it. This is why I think it's been good. I think the last 3-4 weeks I've paid zero attention, and with these teams coming out sort of day by day, I don't even check teams anymore.
Smart
You know what I
move.
do? I just come up and look for the green light and think, well, fucking, there, do we have an issue? I mean, we
Wait
were
for
speaking
it.
just before, and fucking, I don't even know who Sam Simpson was.
Yep.
He's done his hammy or anything. Like,
You did not know.
I've just had no fucking idea
Can
what's
confirm.
going on. Look,
But
all
kissed
I
on
know
the
is he
dick
didn't
because
play.
you did trade Cameron out a week early. And
Well,
held
if I knew
Simpson.
Simpson was out, yeah, I probably would have traded out Cameron. Now, what he scored only about 20 odd, and I imagine his break even would have been higher than that. So
his BE was
27.
was
so
27.
yeah, he would have maintained price at least. But yeah, no, well, that just means Sam Simpson. See you later this week, and see what happens from there.
Now, I won't complain, Bonfz, because my moves, I went Sicily down to Stewart, and I was waiting for teams. I waited. I was very patient before I used my second trade. My second trade was going to be Arts down, but I did want to wait to see for Adelaide because I had a big feeling Fisher, Mackesy was going to be dropped. Now,
You still got him.
No, I don't.
Oh.
I used my second trade to go him to Jordan Butts, which got me the win in about 4 leagues.
What did he score?
He scored a 40.
Yeah, Corey. If you rewind the podcast to 20, what are we in now? 2020. Sorry, 20. Rewind the podcast to 2019. And we had a fucking Ockenbach. Hold on. No, fair income. We had a fucking Toehill, right? And this time around, 2 of them are fucking debuted. We got that fucking Ranger dog in Cottrell, and now the fucking Butts.
Mate,
I'll tell you now, the community, they've got on early on these fellas, that's for sure.
I was wrapped when he dropped more than fucking the 20 I'd been getting from the fish all year, mate. Oh, I couldn't believe it. And it's one of those trades that when you do the trade, like I only done the trade to avoid the 0, it's, I was in the top 4 in our league, but chance of missing it, and a couple of other leagues sitting, between probably 6th and 9th, and needed a couple of wins. And it was just one of those trades where I'm like, fuck, I'm going to regret it if we hit the trade button here and it doesn't work out in my favour at all. So did get me a couple of wins, so I'll take that because it only banked me an extra,
60,
40K or something like that.
Yeah,
it wasn't even 60 in the end. It was, less than that. But
surely. Well, Casey's 192. Yeah, you would have got 70 from
Yeah, so not ideal, but not ideal. I was going Arts down, but I'll have Arts and Cameron to deal with this week, and it'll probably be one of Arts up, Cameron down.
The depressing thing about Butts, Corey, is the high chance that he comes into my team this week because I've got McPherson on my pine, who's probably not going to play again this year. And it's like, well, who else do I downgrade to in defence? And fucking Butts is looking likely, Corey.
He looked all right too. I mean, probably the best part about the whole thing too is he was there. He was active, and Adelaide were respectable against a pretty good Geelong team. So, I mean, that's almost a win for Adelaide not getting done by 40 plus.
Yeah, he's a tall though. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah, he's very tall.
He's a tall, and so Dodie's he done for the year, and I'm not sure what's going on with Talia. All I know is they had bloody Hardigan and Butts in there on the weekend. So yeah.
Now we did have a couple of rookies on the weekend who played super well. More importantly, it was the young man down at Richard. Now, how many games did you watch this week? Sorry.
Oh, I don't even know. What's top of my head? Who started? Did Carlton start this week?
Carlton Gold Coast.
Yep, seen that one.
Doggies Melbourne. That was a good game.
Seen half of that.
Port Hawthorn. That was also a good game.
Didn't see that.
Essendon Richmond. That was
saw that one.
Game.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a shit game of football. Freo Sydney.
I watched that during the quarter time and halftime breaks of the other game.
Adelaide Geelong.
Adelaide Geelong. Yep, saw that one.
That wasn't too bad. Brisbane St Kilda. That was a good game.
Yep,
footy.
Watch that.
West Coast Giants.
Nope.
Okay, so you missed that young, whatever the boy's name is.
Riccardi. Yep.
Yeah, Riccardi.
I watched the first half and the game was over, so I was like, fuck this.
And Collingwood North.
Yeah, did see that one tonight, so maybe
6 So what we had Riccardi score 80 odd, 82. And the Brisbane game, we had that, what's his name? The other young fella.
Fullerton, yep.
Fullerton.
Ex-basketballer, no one fucking knew about that.
I reckon we'll hear that for the rest of his career. He scored a 54, but I really liked the look of him. Like, it's funny too, because I think I enjoyed watching what's his name? Fullerton a little bit more than I did Riccardi, but obviously Riccardi's got the 82 on the board. Will you be looking at either of them this week? You did mention Butts. We've got Butts down there who dropped to 40. I mean, you're team dependent, so you're going to have to go Butts, yeah?
Yeah, I'm probably going to have to go Butts and then one of the other guys if I can't go Simpson all the way up to someone that I want, which I doubt I can do. So I'll do Simpson down to probably one of the forward line player guys via Budrick and then do McPherson down to Butts, and I'll be cashed up for the week after, I guess.
Would you be looking more towards probably Riccardi, because that way, if Fullerton does go and have something good, the price rises less next week, and then you can pick him up?
It's an interesting one because of Riccardi and because of the size he is. I mean, they dropped Finlayson. He's one of two guys to kick a goal in every game this year, but they said no, Finlayson, see you later. I feel like the moment Finlayson's back, Riccardi potentially not in that team.
That's the worry, isn't it, with the GWS
Yeah,
side?
yeah. So more security. And Brisbane's not a fucking good team, but he replaced fucking Eagles, did he not?
Yeah, and
Like,
they used him as a second ruck, and he offered a lot because he was very agile around the ground. The goal he kicked, and then the goal assist. That goal he kicked, he come from the halfback flank all the way up, handball received and slotted the goal. So, I think they found one in him, and I think they're gonna enjoy him. I think.
Well, what's the Stephen Martin sort of update? Because
he's done, isn't he?
I don't know if he's done for the year. That's
I don't
probably,
know, but I don't know if he's going to make his way back in that team.
Well, that's probably what we need to look at.
Yeah.
No, well, I reckon Steph Martin's playing over this guy, and they're not playing Eagles over him. So
Steph Martin offer enough up forward?
I think he offers more than a first year player. I mean, particularly when they're just about to enter finals.
Finals, yeah.
Experience on the ground, I think is going to be pretty invaluable. And to be fair, this Fullerton guy is not going to fucking set the world on fire. Stephen Martin might not, but they might appreciate more leadership on the ground come finals time.
Brisbane have the bye this week. Oh my god, I didn't even think of that. I forgot there were two teams on the bye. So should have mentioned that. Adelaide and Brisbane. We've just wasted fucking 10 minutes talking about.
There we go. So it looks like I'm not bringing in fucking. Well, you know what? I probably will though anyway, because it's best 18. So I want to be cashed up. I guess for the week after, even though the week after is a bye round. So I'll still double down this week just to cash myself up. Have the bye week and then use the two trades the week after to go and attack some primos.
And I don't think Butts will go anywhere. I think he done enough. I thought he looked good.
Well, I mean, what risk am I running by going? I'm not running a risk by doing McPherson down to Butts really. So, yeah.
Best 18 this week in finals.
Well, it will be, won't it? Yeah, best 18. So how many are you going to lose? I'm going to lose Laird and Neil. Looks like that's it.
Hope it opens up, but Witherden. Oh yeah, that's it. There's only two teams, isn't it? Witherden, Neil.
Witherden and Neil, yeah. And you imagine everyone loses Neil, and I don't think I've had Laird unique very many times. So, here's to hoping that maybe.
How's this week? I thought laugh and take McRae. There'll be a couple out there in a couple of different leagues that be going the captain Neil. Hopefully Neil scores low, and it wasn't until halfway through I'm like, I better check the games and see if anyone has captain Neil. Out of 9 of my games, I think most of them had captain McRae. One had Nic Nat captain, and one of my opponents didn't have Lockie Neil. So it was a bit funny.
What possesses people not to take a VC on McRae? That's what I'm curious about.
I can't believe it, because we talked about this. Was it last week's pod or scores that we'd take? I mean, I'd take anything over 125. It's probably your ramp up of Lockie Neal last week. I think you did say it doesn't matter if Steele goes to him. He's going to kill everyone.
But and I did say the line was 134.5. What did McRae get?
Oh, there you go, 141.
Well, there you go. So I took the line, didn't I, Corey? Followed my own advice for the first time this year.
Yeah, smart man. Done. I had a question. I forgot what it was. I don't know. Move on to my next question. Are we at the stage now that we can trust Nic Nat as a captain with the amount of time he's playing out on the ground, his body? He looks amazing.
Well, coming up this week against the Tigers, where is it? What's his name? The German-looking fella. What's his name? Not German, fucking Russian. Soldo. Fucking what I call him German for? I was thinking of fucking Hitler. My bad to Soldo.
Ivan Soldo. Hitler.
Yeah, well, Ivan Soldier, fucking German. See you later, cunt.
There's a C-bomb.
There's a C-bomb. My apologies for that one. No. West Coast. I'm Richmond with no ruckman. Now you want the rumour mill, Corey. When's Nic Nat going to get more of a break? They might actually give him more of a break in this one. Particularly if they're going to run with absolutely no one in the ruck. Maybe he only spends 50%. The beauty about this, though, is that it's a Thursday night, so you can VC this week. And I'd imagine people would be going if they had this situation, because Neil's not playing this week. So you got no Neil. So you got you don't have one of your locks for your VC or your C. You got Nic Nat against no ruckman. So you're going to go VC, probably Nic Nat into McRae this week for most teams out there.
Yeah, I think that's what I'll be doing anyway. We've got a 4:40 game on a Thursday afternoon.
Not the first time. Oh no, it was 4:40 on a Friday. I think the last weird one. Yeah.
And then
fucking
Monday, the
Jones.
only day off from footy, I think. Let me confirm that.
Yep. No,
40.
Saturdays, and there's only 2 games on the Sunday, so we don't start on Sunday till 3:30 as well, which is pretty good. So, well, the extra game on the Friday or Thursday probably won't go astray for a lot of people looking for something to do during the week. Not that they can do much on the weekend.
Fuck, so we could probably get a podcast out Sunday night.
Yeah, probably after teams. Wait, did you say Monday is round 15?
Yeah, no game Monday. Yeah, so round 15 starts Tuesday.
For fuck's... Oh, is that where they're squeezing in that round 15 fucking in there?
Yeah.
Oh, and then round 16 is the Saturday.
Saturday, yeah. So we're going to have a Saturday through to a Wednesday.
Fuck off.
It's a Saturday through to Wednesday, round 15. And then round 16 is...
Saturday through to Wednesday.
Saturday. So round 17 is the Thursday.
Into the Monday, and then round 18 is what? Well, it fucking goes back to... Well, I haven't done that fixture. Oh, Corey, I fucking hated this. And
now it's back. Carnage. How many trades you got left coming into this round?
Fucking 6.
I'm going to have 8 before this round starts.
Yeah, so I've got 2 less. And I think that's probably the 2 I've just used at the start of the year. I think I used 2 extra at the start of the year. But, I mean, after this week, I've probably got 4, but I'll be cashed up to probably fill 2 positions in my team. And then I'll be down to 1 more player to grab and with 2 trades to go. So...
We're going to be fucked. Fine. We are going to be fucked come Supercoach Grand Final.
Pretty much.
Yep. There's not much more you can say about that. Talking about trades, I mean, different people are going to upgrade different lines this week. Again, Supercoach still not open, which is a pain in the ass.
Yep.
Line by line, who would you target as your Supercoach upgrades? And we'll probably go just the top tier primo, and then hopefully Supercoach may open at some stage, or unless you know a couple of kind of those lower budget options that you'd recommend as well.
Obviously,
defense.
Yeah, so obviously it's Ryan and Lloyd, and I'm now probably starting to think McDonald should be included in that conversation as 1, 2, 3, as those sort of higher priced kind of guys. And Stewart's and fucking still a no-brainer, has been for 3 weeks as the more budget type option. I had to find an even, I was digging through the budget type options because, that's all I could do in my defense this week. And I went and grabbed Jack Crisp, who got about 90 this week. So, maybe these guys who can get 80, 90 in every given week, they're the kind of guys I'm looking just to quickly fill my team, because it is finals. You got no choice here. So it's just, if they pop off, they pop off. If they don't, well, they don't. And if they go sort of mediocre, it's a 90, which is, serviceable.
Lukosha's done enough for you now?
Nah, not back-to-back games. No. I mean, do you not feel like you might start getting a bit more attention as well? I mean, I know he's had...
Yeah, how many of those are cheap? We're talking about the cheap kick-ins, man. Fuck
but he's had 2...
cheapest.
All right, he's gone back-to-back tons, but prior to that, in the first 11 weeks of the year, he only scored 2 tons in the first 11 weeks.
Yeah, but it's more... I think it's a bit of a different role compared to then. I think
he's always been a good kicker. I'm not sold on it.
What's he worth now? I'd say 450-ish?
Well, 436, and he beat his break even by about 80. So he could be paying about 470 odd.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than I thought he would be. I don't mind it. Anyone have value, kind of the low fours that you'd be looking at?
It's hard when you don't know exactly who's there, Corey.
We might come back to that. Hopefully it opens.
Yeah.
Even if we just finish the pod on it, we'll have a quick look for any value. Midfield?
Yep, I've got one here, and I had a look at it at the moment he was named, but Josh Kennedy, currently, 500,000 before this week opens, but probably only scored about 90 on the weekend, but his break even was 202. And so Josh Kennedy, the Swans, honestly, I might even pull the trigger this week, because I reckon he'd be 450, but with a 140-ish break even's my prediction. So in 2 weeks, Josh Kennedy 400k. If you're sort of running low on trade, you can't go top end. There's nothing wrong, I reckon, with rounding out your team at M8 with Josh Kennedy.
What were his scores leading up to it, though?
Well, he hasn't been brilliant, admittedly this year, Corey, but he's gone. Well, he had a low score of 85.
That's not bad.
Yeah, there were 2 tons in that, a 126 and a 129. So his 5 scores: 129, 91, 126, 93, 85. Got injured for the 18, came back on the weekend with about a 90 odd. you're not getting low numbers with this guy. Like, you're not getting a 50, 60 unless it's injury affected. And if that's the case, then fucking so be it. Bad luck. The year's of fucking shit anyway. He's the guy, and that's who I will round my midfield with.
Yeah, not bad for me. I'm going to get Josh Kelly. I don't have him, and you have a look at the scores in the season. We talk about injury prone. Yeah, could miss a game, but they're not putting out flash hot footy too, so they still need to get some wins to guarantee a final spot. And I just think the scores. I think did I see correctly? Now correct me if I'm wrong. His lowest score in the year is like 92 or something.
I'd have to bring it up, Corey, but
let me see.
there's nothing wrong with Josh Kelly. I just couldn't do it. It's the same reason why I can't do Taylor Adams.
Yeah.
I don't have enough confidence.
Fuck, he's been good, so good too.
Mm.
And when I'm running people like Nat Fife at the moment, and
yeah, 92 lowest score on the 89. Sorry, lowest score in the year.
It just doesn't give me confidence.
Just another fantastic game on the weekend. He just finds Pell. Like, I don't even notice him. Just finds heaps of Pell. I think, yeah, mine will be rounding it out with Josh Kelly. But I've got the cash there and can go all the way up to 1. I was immediately going to go up, down, back. But I think I get the luxury now of just the best 18 that I can round my midfield out first.
You do have Clayton Oliver?
No.
That's who you should be targeting then. I mean, and particularly if you're
not got to wait too long.
Well, if you're not upgrading your midfield this week, this is the way I look at it. If you're not doing your midfield upgrade this week, Clayton Oliver's got a price dip coming up. Next week's the buy for finals anyway. So you've got 2 price dips coming up. So you're looking at in 2-3 weeks' time, bringing in Clayton Oliver at the same price as Josh Kelly.
What's Josh Kelly's going to be low 6s now, though.
Yeah, and Clayton Oliver's 7 with a 160 break even and like a 90 odd on the weekend. So, yeah, 2 weeks time because you still get 2 games from Oliver. So you get 2 price
be
drops
that
here.
Close to.
I think they will. You'll be surprised.
Time will tell. Hey, does Doherty need to go? If you can, you've got luxury of doing it at the end. Are you worried about him? Is he kind of the biggest liability in your team?
Fuck no, you're kidding me. Jack Crisp, I reckon, shitter than Doherty. And then I look around my team as well, and actually, he might be the second shittest player, actually. But no, I feel like I can't trade Doherty. Just purely on the fact that
wouldn't mind a couple more 80s to round out the rest of the year. To be honest, wouldn't mind having
a grab him next year.
Nicely priced.
Yeah, and you know what? When Neil scored that today or yesterday, whenever it was, that thought did run through my head.
Yeah.
When Grundy done it today, I was like, yep, not bad here, not bad. Just making those people a little bit cheaper for next season.
Yeah, don't mind that. Ruck stocks. I mean, you went to Goldstein during that risky period. Obviously, we're talking about Nic Nat getting rested at some stage, and Grundy. Those who took the risk on Nic Nat, big clap. Our main man Etchy, who that would have helped him fly up the ranks. I think he's 20 something moment, and he definitely jumped on Nic Nat with me. Thanks to my advice, we had a bit of a off the record conversation. That's what happens when you're in Patreon. You just pick the best players and pick the best ruckman in the league. Right now, is it Nic Nat Grundy, Nic Nat Goldie, Nic Nat and still potentially gone if he comes back, or Grundy Nic Nat Grundy gone? What's the best possible right? Is it Sammy Draper?
It's not Sammy Draper. It's Mark Pitternet, Corey.
Yeah,
it's no, impossible question. I think when Gawn is back, so if you ask me who's going to average the most from this point out, it's Gawn, Nic Nat. Now, realistically, people still don't have Gawn, so we can scrap him from the conversation because you're not going to fucking trade Grundy to Gawn, something like that. And if I have to pick one of Grundy, Goldie, I'd go on Grundy.
The rare fashion that you've got Draper sitting on the bench and you're still running Gawn, are you just still holding?
No, well, if you've still got Gawn at the end of this round, you don't fucking trade him. You don't cop 2 games off, 3 games off, whatever it's been from him, just to trade him virtually the week he's back. He'll play this week. Don't you worry about that.
Oh, lucky, because I was worried about it. Here's another question. To the end of the year, you're in finals. Do you trade Sam Draper?
I will be using him as my last downgrade option, purely around the fact that he's going to be worth so much. I'm probably never going to use that ruck bench position, and if I do, then fucking so be it.
What about as a Nic Nat owner? Because you can say that with confidence because you're running Grundy and Goldstein, who are most likely going to play the whole year.
Well, it depends on whether you need that money. Do you need that money or not? I think that's the big thing, because with that 120 in 2 weeks, when you're going into the second week of finals, I'm going to say, he could be worth, because -7 break even, he went 122, so he's going to be 270, 280k.
So he's got this week, the week after, and then that's the next final.
He's
game.
going to be, between 350 and 400k. You downgrade that, and all of a sudden you've got one downgrade's going to net you 270k, and you get your extra primo on field.
Yeah.
I think if you're in a well enough position in terms of trades, and you've got a few trades, and your team's virtually set, you might have 1 or 2 left over. Then you just hold that reserve and just wait, till Nic Nat's kind of finally named and all that kind of stuff. And sideways Nic Nat, should you need to do that.
Okay. Yep, that might up forward.
Up forward, in terms of budget options, well, Greenwood is by head and shoulders, I think the biggest kind of value option. He'll be 480k around that. Simpkins still great value as well. That's right. He's 413k, probably going to be 430ish. And the one that I don't mind, because you might be getting him at 450, 440k, Michael Walters. Now, just coming back from an injury, a couple low weeks. He was a lot better from what I saw in that Sydney game, compared to the Carlton one, the previous one before. A couple weeks for those, kind of dips and stuff to kind of happen. You get yourself to that next final. Bang, that guy, I reckon, straight in will be unique as hell. And 450k, I like that one a lot.
There's a lot of value there. Do you still like the shout? There's a couple of shouts I want to make. Bolton, 140 on the weekend.
No, I couldn't do Bolton, no.
Yeah. Martin from Blues.
Yep, couldn't do that one either.
Okay, cool. You just reckon we've got that much value in Greenwood, Smith, Simpkin?
I think you get more consistency
Walters,
out of those guys. Yep.
Dusty, I don't own Dusty. Yep. Would you rather Dusty or Walters?
Well, the
price considered.
Yeah, price considered, Walters. I mean, I'd rather save $100,000 and get Walters. But if that price is only 50k, then go and get Martin. You got virtually no chance of injury if you got Martin. That he's just going to get points for being out in the field. He's been very, very good in the last.
Do we get 3 trades? Sorry, apologies. Do we get 3 trades this week?
It's a buy round. Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
Fuck, I hope so, because...
Would you use all 3?
I've got Sparrow, Arts, and Cameron to deal with, so I have to. Yeah,
but all the guys you want to bring in are all sort of on the buys.
That's all right, though. I've got, up forward, so you go Sparrow up, Arts down to 1, Cameron down to the other. The only one that's not playing this week would be the Brizzy boy.
Yep, and worst case scenario, then your F10 or F8 to throw away.
And even so, I could still grab Nick Reed if he gets named. When did we say West Coast play?
I wouldn't have you get Nick Reed.
Yeah, well, neither would I, but he's still going to be, cheap, and it's a body. And
yeah, West Coast play the Thursday this week.
Yeah, it really doesn't make a difference for me either, to be honest.
And he's 102 actually.
He was 102. He'll be a little bit more now.
That was his debut, not his second game.
No, that was his second.
Was it really?
Yeah. Remember the debut the week before when he pinched that goal late off?
Oh, fuck. I thought they were 2 different guys. I'm all over it. I legit thought they had a second debutant this week.
They did. The other bloke that played in the midfield. The midfielder. Fuck, what's his name? I'll get it for you.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's
hard to get when you can't press the T button on a
I just go to AFL matches. You just run a little chin wave for 4 seconds.
Probably ain't got much to say.
So Nick Reed dropped to 30 this week. Xavier O'Neill, 59.
O'Neill, that's
123k mid, so we probably did miss that at the top of the pod as well.
Yeah, okay.
I couldn't see him staying there with, Yo to come back in.
And they missed another one of their midfielders. It wasn't just Yo. It might have been Redden, I want to say. Did Redden play?
Redden. I think Redden's a couple weeks away. I think they said on the broadcast, though.
I did have a look at the Steph Martin news here, Corey. He had a 10-week injury, and that was at the start of June. So he's had virtually June off, he's had July off, and he's virtually had August off. Yeah. So I'd imagine he'd be pretty much close to full strength. So I would not be entertaining Fulton at this point.
I don't mind the Fulton pick too, because they're probably not gonna want Martin to get too much. Obviously he's going to get some match time, but you'd say probably the end of the year, the last 2 weeks, I reckon.
Yeah, and you know what? If at that point they throw away positions, and that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're not really picking him to make a shitload of cash.
Yep, that's correct. Because whoever you bring in now, you're not trading. He's just there as a, bench cover if it's ever required.
I can't believe we're over an hour after the game's done and fucking Supercoach still isn't open.
Yeah, no, they're notorious at being slow, these guys.
Who's fucking running these headquarters, dead set?
I believe some bloke called Mitchell.
I could get it open at all. Do you, before we go into the podcast questions, I would have liked Supercoach to be open before we went through the podcast questions. Do you have any kind of outside the box shouts? I don't really let you have much of a shout every week. I normally do a lot of the talking. You just answer a lot of what's going on.
Yeah, out of the box shouts. No, because you know what? I think like when you look at defenders, like we're constantly talking about the top 8 or 9. So, you'd have to be really sort of pulling a stretch to get, number 11, 12 or 13 saying, okay, for last period here, they're going to average something half decent. Nothing at this point kind of stands out to me. What I will say though is Matt Crouch's form. Now, I fucking hate that name, Matt Crouch, Corey. As you can imagine, it's probably scarred me a fair bit. But his form has actually been good. I mean, we're looking at 4 tons in a row, 5 of his last 6 tons, and ultimately since round 3 has tonned every game except 2 with an 82 and 90.
Seen a stat on the weekend. They laid 77 tackles, and I think he laid 14 of them, and Laird laid
14?
7. Yeah, 14? Very good. Very, very good.
Now that's not something I like to encourage too much because he doesn't score 130s, 140s. That's what shits me with him. But if you want baseline, just score after score after score, around that 110. That's probably not going to win you too many finals though.
3 trades, Bonfz.
Is it open?
We're open.
Oh, we're open. That's fantastic.
It only took me to shit on them for 30 seconds before.
I think they might have heard them. Actually, we might have them watching live. Actually, the people that open it up, Corey.
Yeah.
It is 3 trades. Tom Stewart, 483,000 this week.
We didn't end up scoring 69. That was heaps better than what I thought. He was shit.
Greenwood sort of 486k. I'm going to have a look at Josh Kennedy, Corey, because I'm really excited by that one. He's 450k this week, break even 170. He's into my team at 400k next week.
Draper at 270.
No questions asked. Hey, I said Draper would be 270. Buderick's gone down to 215k, the donkey.
Good thing is Arts and Cameron didn't bleed too much, so that's handy.
Yeah, and Neil's, I think, under 700k for the first time this year.
Yeah, 698.
Yeah, which is unusual to kind of see.
McRae, 704.
He's good, McRae. He's good. Bont out of nowhere up to 639,000 as well.
He's been good.
3 weeks ago, you could have got him for 500.
You made that shout and you weren't wrong. He was amazing on the weekend.
Yeah.
Jordan Ridley still 505,000 is an absolute steal.
It's a good price to pay for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too much.
You just got to deal with rumour mill every single week.
And if you can deal with that, then you'll be right. So let's have a look. I want to just have a quick browse here, defenders, and you want to sort of talk about some of those cheaper options and that kind of stuff there. The one that I think might have just gone over our head entirely. Let me sort by price here because I think he could be on the way down, and he only scored 56 in the weekend. But Bashar Houli, I wouldn't mind keeping an eye on him for the next few weeks. Brett has Bailey Williams. He bought Bailey Williams.
Yeah, and it's been grouse for him since he's got it as well.
And he's got a 5-round average of 99, 3-round average of 103. So I imagine if Brett was here, he might be giving him, a couple of words here or there. But nothing kind of sticks out to me as a defender. You look at these guys, you think, what can kind of happen? How left field can you kind of go? I don't like a lot of the stuff that's available.
So it looks like there's a bit of a pain in the ass so far too, because I've tried to hit trade onto 3 lines and it's only letting me use 2 trades
at a time. That's a real AFL fantasy fucking thing to do too.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
Left field, let's have a look at the midfield. So you want some of those budget options in the midfield. Lockie Hunter, Corey, as a 3-round average of 114. He's sitting at 545k.
There you go. Taylor Adams is still sub 600.
Taylor Adams is a very, very good pick again.
Travis Boak at low 5s.
Yeah, and again, that's someone, for 2, 3, 4 weeks might be able to get the job done. I think in the midfield you're going to find a lot more of these kind of players.
Maybe popping off again.
Yeah. How's your boy Taranto tracking there, Corey?
Yeah, no, he's all right. He's I think it might have been another sub 50 score, but no idea.
Yeah, this guy's shit me up the wall.
Zachy Merritt. Ooh.
Even Andrew Gaff at 480 presents value, but you couldn't possibly do it.
Mitch Duncan's still 533. Fuck, there is so many good options.
Yeah, there certainly is. Ollie Wines is in some sick form this year as well. Well, more towards the back end anyway. He's had a 5-round average of 118.
That's what takes it off. Yeah,
and,
Walters is 503 with 151 break even.
100. Sorry, what was that?
151 break even, and he's sitting at 503 at the moment. So give it 2 weeks.
Yep, give that 2 weeks. Andrew Brayshaw, if he's not probably now, I reckon the second or third best forward line player. I'm not sure who the hell is, Corey.
That's fair enough.
Brayshaw
or Walters?
Since round 5 included, Corey, he's turned up every single week except one. And in that one game, he was on like a 71 at halftime, but scored 67.
That was last week, wasn't it?
That was the week before last. And so it's been ton. He is in some genuine form.
He's got 151 break even as well.
Yeah. You know what? He probably hits that though. Walters or Brayshaw. Well, there's only 60k difference between the two with a similar break even. So I'm going Brayshaw. I think 60k is worth it.
Dusty's only 534. I didn't realise he was so cheap.
Yep.
It's only 30k difference between Dusty and.
Well, that's right. Yeah, I thought his break even was like. Didn't he score like 147 this week, Dusty?
Yeah, 147.
His break even was like 150 though, I think. So his break even low, I'd imagine. 80s, something like that.
Yeah, 89.
89. Okay. So yeah, obviously some stuff going on. For those wondering, Draper's break even negative 21, sitting at 270,000 right now.
Fuck, there's just so much value up forward, like in good value too. The coach is 473, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's one of the positions you can get away with your F6 being, someone a little bit different. Maybe it is your Jack Martin. Maybe it is your Shy Bolton. Maybe it is, I don't know. I heard the McInerney bubble probably busted at the moment, Corey, because every fucking dickhead probably finally came to their senses after he scored, what he scored on the weekend, 59. But yeah, there is some tremendous value sitting in the forward line still. You still get Bailey Smith at 466 if you don't have him as well. Like if Parrish could use the ball, he'd almost be an option. He just seems to chalk up 20 touches. And I'll tell you, someone who's been very underrated, Corey, is James Rowbottom, I believe. Absolutely snuck under the radar, I think. And, not that I'm encouraging people to pick Rowbottom, but maybe for those that are, maybe they have a look at draft. Yeah, things like that. And always, and when I say always, I mean always, $1.40 chance to get 15 touches in your same game multis every week for the.
Luke McDonald's still 553.
553, but that's probably I wouldn't want to pay 600. I'd almost pay 553.
It's gonna be hard to figure out how my trade's going this week, to be honest.
Well, you got 3 of them.
Well, and that's the thing. But it's you have a look at it. There's still some value to leak out of the forwards. There's still some value to leak out of some of these top midfielders. There's still so much value around defense that you could probably find, in a couple of weeks' time as well. And I still don't have Lloyd too, so yeah, it's a funny one.
What's Lloyd worth at the moment?
Let me tell you. I was just having a look at Clayton Oliver's scores. They're pretty impressive, aren't they? Yeah. I think you're right about Clary. I think I let him bleed for a couple of weeks and then pick him up. Where is Lloyd? Jake Lloyd, 642.
642. What's his break even?
124, which he's cleared the last 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Ever since you wrote him off in round 1, he's gone 157. That's the last 5 weeks. 157, 126, 133, 137, and a 127 on the weekend.
The one time I go early, Corey.
Yeah.
How's that? Yeah, I was fucking that.
So you scored a 23 on the weekend. All right, cool. Ready for some questions?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
It's open now, which is pretty handy. All right, here we go. Good day, fellas, and the people listening. This week, I had the fortunate situation of playing Bonfz in the Cup, and similar fashion to King Bretta, I also had the great joy of knocking that big, ugly dickhead Bonfz out. It was never really in doubt either, as I've always been in a far superior Supercoach player.
Hey, wasn't he writing in the Patreon all weekend? Oh, I fucking done this. I fucking lost all this. Did he beat me, did he?
Yeah, I think he's got a 25 something.
I knew that was coming. I knew you wanted me to bite so you could fucking have a go. I'm not stupid, cunt. That's what he's got to realise. Like, your mum may have dropped you as a kid, but my mum held me tight.
So, but you know what that means?
What does that mean?
The Patreons still have a chance to knock Daz out for you.
No, that just means they get some free gear then from me. Whoever takes him out, they'll whatever we got sort of in the back of the shop, Corey. I'll have it posted to their house. So, it just wouldn't have been right for me to knock him out, Corey. I don't really give a fuck about this, Corey. My season's over. Did I even make finals in any of my leagues? I'm cooked this year, man.
Can confirm we got some pretty good merch on the way too.
Yeah, they've all been, all orders have now been placed, I believe. So Jesus, I won virtually everything. The only person I didn't beat this week was fucking Brett. What a laugh. Fucking lost to him by 70 points. I've actually made a few finals here. I don't know how the fuck I've done it.
Oh, well, maybe interest might spruce back up a
little.
little.
I think it might, Corey. Hold on a minute. Here we go. This one of the things, a cash league as well. I might be on.
The Bonfz Express is back.
I'm fucking backing down here.
Choo. Good.
Next question, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Wasn't just making sure you're all right. Can confirm that you're still in a final series?
I can't fucking believe it. I am. I've come fifth in. How shit is the league that I've fucking come fifth this year?
Probably not good. I hat off to Kavaka, who knocked me out too.
Did she get knocked out as well?
Yeah. He dropped a massive. I'm pretty sure I did. I can't confirm or deny that, but I'm pretty sure he was looking at close to 25 as well.
Oh man, you know how close I was to another. Sorry, man.
You're right.
Old admin Rusco's one. I came ninth in that league.
It's good to see you
just missed out on finals in old Rusco's.
There you go.
Oh, I can scratch that off the list.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure I've been knocked out of cup as well. So I think that means all admins would be out of the cup. I think so.
Is Dizzy through?
No, Dizzy got knocked out of the league. There was one other in, but I'd have to confirm.
Surely Pete's not knocked out. Pete's probably been the form player.
I don't think Pete entered.
Sorry, not Pete. SC admin.
Supercoach scores
Supercoach
Pete. I don't think he entered, did he? Nah, he didn't enter.
It was free entry, surely.
Yeah, and he's an idiot. He just didn't get in. He probably would have won the whole thing. He's actually flying. Admin Josh O will still be in, actually.
Okay. Is he the guy that's ranked really high?
Yeah, he's
hopefully Zito's not in after his Will Gould situation.
I don't think he is. I think he got knocked out early as well. Mickey Ryan, going to look to maybe do a double downgrade this round. Do you like the look of the Mosquito and Riccardi? I forgot all about Mosquito.
Yeah, you forgot about Mosquito.
Now, I apologise, Essendon fans, because, I'm a passionate Essendon membership. Hey, by the way, can confirm the memberships came, Miles.
Yeah, I did see your Twitter about an hour ago.
We've got the pack.
Did you have it on yet?
So they will
those poor kids wanted it. Yeah, no, you think
they will be sent out. Now, you want to laugh?
Always.
So were you here when I was talking about this the other day? I'm not too sure. You might be hearing this fresh for the very first time.
Yeah,
so,
potentially.
Obviously, I complained about getting the phone call a couple of weeks ago and no answer, and tried to call back and still to nothing. So last week I'm having a look. Did I drop this on last week's pod? Maybe it did. I don't know.
No idea.
And I was waiting for my call. Next minute, email from the Australian Post, your Essendon membership packs are on the way. Now, I've never confirmed these poor kids' names because the idiot who works behind the counter at the Bombers shop never called me back. I tried to call him like 5 times.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, so the packs are here. Not too sure. I'm sure we'll be able to get online and put it into the kids' names, but I will get them sent out this week at some stage. When I go to do some essential shopping. I think it's sending out memberships. That's an essential service.
Did you just say when you go do some essential shopping?
Yeah. No, you can't leave the home just for things like that, Bonfz. You got to wear a mask and be safe and look after the community.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
Yeah, so I overlooked Mosquito, so I do apologise that. I loved the look of Mosquito. I can't believe I fucking forgot about him. I actually feel bad.
Well, you should, Corey, because he had probably one of the better debuts we've seen in a long time. And
especially for an Essendon player.
I'd imagine he's the Rising Star nominee for this week too. And those 2 goals. I mean, he's not going to do that every week. So you saw that, he's sort of going to be that flashy player.
He dropped to 77. Holy fuck.
And you know what? Next week he's probably going to score 30, Corey. But I can guarantee you one thing. They won't drop him.
They're playing Hawks. I don't think he will score 30.
He might kick a couple then. And he might kick a couple on him because the Hawks passed on him in the draft. He was I think that's the story about how it went. That he was, I don't know if it was zoned or father, some fucking shit like that. And Essendon put in a bid for him, and Hawthorn said, "Well, fucking have him."
He'll kick it. He'll kick a couple of snags this week. He'll love it.
No.
I think he's one that'll stay in their team for the rest of the year.
Yep, I don't see him getting dropped. So you've got security in that, and that's but you know what? It's a better option than your Fullerton. It's probably better than your Riccardi because you just know he's going to play. You're not going to cash these guys in anyway. So you know what? Have the guy there that's going to play.
The Moz.
Yeah, no, he's already a fan favourite, and if probably if he was playing for Carlton, he'd be one of mine.
And I don't mind Riccardi either because all it takes is just to pick one of these boys and then they pop off again, and there's a little bit of cash gain. Even if they get to 250, I mean, at least you've got something there for later on.
Not cashing these guys in. I think that's my point, Corey.
Well, you may, because I think you have a look at it. What else have you got to go down? Not too much, so you may get lucky with one of them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All it takes is Mozzie to kick another 2 and drop another 80, and then he's making some serious money.
Yeah, we're going to run out of weeks for him to make the money because there's 4.
But that's what I mean. Look at other than the key players we've got sitting there now and Draper. Then you may need one trade, and he could end up worth more than a Wicks or a Close if they keep putting out shit weeks.
Touche.
Yeah. Glennie C. So look, if you go on the double downgrade, like I said, you've got 3 trades, so I don't mind it. You don't have to necessarily use all 3 this week too, with the amount of value that's dropping down. I mean, if you got the double chance, you're in a finals league, you got to go for broke. But I'll be using all 3. Yeah, if you've got the double chance, you don't necessarily need to use it. It's probably more of checking your fixture.
Maynard came out with that 136 this week. He's still priced at sub 500,000.
Did see that. Big Glennie C. I think.
Yep, not on night shift this week, Corey.
Yeah. That's good. He'll be at the poker table. Only 2 primo need to be full primo, 1 forward, 1 defender. Do I bring in Haynes or Simpkin this week? Then in 2 weeks, bring the other primo. I think, Simpkin's rising, isn't he? Where Haynes kind of will stagger this week, I think. What's break even?
I think Haynes on the decline. Break even of 53 for Simpkin.
Yeah, you grab Simpkin.
And Haynes 140.
Simpkin's looked really good again too, hasn't he?
Yep. I mean, his first quarter was a lot better than the rest of his game, but he was fierce, I thought, in a lot of his tackling tonight, though, wasn't he? He may even get suspended for that. He put a half choker hold on Adams and then fucking smashed him into the floor. Did you see that tackle?
Yeah, must have got up for a cup of tea that stage.
I reckon he's half a chance to, not saying he's going to be in a whole lot of strife, Corey, but
just give him a fine. Play on.
Yeah.
Benny Rothberg, evening gents, currently have Arts Close and Day on the field and have 530 in the bank. This was arguably some of the best trading I've seen all year. Which of the following would you do? Arts and Close to Greenfield and Danger with no money? With Danger. Fuck. Steal or Merit? So Danger, Steal or Merit. Who do you like out of Danger, Steal or Merit there?
Danger, Steal, Merit. I think I like Merit the most.
Yeah, I've been hard on Merit a couple of weeks. Or Arts and Data, Greenwood and Ryan. Arts and Data, 500k forward and Haynes. I think I like the Greenwood and Ryan shout.
Greenwood, Ryan. Yep, I like that too.
Your midfield rookie, and then you go down, and then you go down and eventually round it out with one of those falling primos.
Yep.
Kavaka, I went to the pub and headed to the pisser. Now, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but I'm going to read this out anyway. I went to the pub and headed to the pisser. Dizzer was in there and snuck a peek. The lad unfurled a monster. I'm just hoping to God I don't come up against him in the cup. Will be 12 inches of domination.
Is this another one of Dizzer's fake accounts, Corey?
No, I have no idea. Kavaka just beat me in the cup, so I don't have. I've got no idea.
It's not a fake account then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's just fucking let that one go.
He's also trading out Luke Ryan this week. # fuck 2020. Kavaka obviously had a big success today.
It could end up being a genius move.
I don't know where the fuck that came from. Ruboy23 looking to fill my last M8 spot with a cheaper mid as money is tight. Who's the best option below 550? Parker, Boak, Miller, JPK, Shuey, or Zorko?
Parker, he said JPK, so JPK auto.
Yeah, see, I don't think he is point scorer wise. I'd much prefer Parker or Boak. I think you're just looking at the money value.
I'm probably looking at the money, yeah. Boak over Kennedy, yeah. Boak first, yeah.
And best option down back, Maynard, Daniel, Haynes, Williams.
Maynard.
Fuck, really?
Yep. Maynard,
Daniel had that poor game on the weekend.
I can't pick Williams because of the body.
Yeah.
That scares me
Haynes
too
is
much.
great. I like Haynes still.
I like Haynes, but he's on the
Haynes, Daniel, Maynard, Williams. Yeah, but
on
I
Maynard.
think point-wise, best option for you.
Maynard.
But yeah, just depends if you're looking at the value. Herb 13, best forward option to bring in: Greenwood, Brayshaw, Whitfield. I think we're taking into account money here. I think Whitfield's the best player.
Actually,
Brayshaw's in great
Brayshaw's
form.
the same price
Greenwood.
as Whitfield. Brayshaw, then Whitfield.
Yeah, Whitfield first.
Nope.
Yeah, Whitfield, Brayshaw, Greenwood.
Nope.
Brayshaw could literally just come out of that midfield in any seconds. Etchy, hi guys. Nic Nat for double ton this week. Fucking hope so.
Hope he does his ACL. I probably actually don't hope that, Corey, but I just hope he maybe scores 20.
I tell you what, and I know I'm not the first person to say this, and you know it's a token throwaway saying, but I am so happy that we are really getting to see the best of Nic Nat again, because
that's up.
It just reminds you, like, we've been deprived of Nic Nat with injuries, so it is just fucking perfect seeing a fit, healthy Nic Nat. Man, you watch him just fucking throw around the Phoenix like he was a ragdoll on the weekend. He just made him his bitch.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what the best part of that was, the fact you still call him Mumford Phoenix.
Yeah, well, you got to, mate. You got to keep with it. Nic Nat's fucking, he's got the best ass out there, Nic Nat. He just fucking just bumps people out of the way. Frogger, g'day fellas. Top work getting these potties around on quick turnarounds. Just wanted to issue a formal apology to the Bonfz Express. The Big O disgraced himself, his family, and the entire country this week. Bonfz is right. Best mid below 500k.
JPK, bro. It's not even a choice. Well, he's not below 500k this week, but he will be after one more game. In fact, he'll be 450 after one more game. No, he's 450 now. Sorry, he's going to be 400 after one more game.
I'm going to have a quick look. I'm just going to change my filter.
Corey, fair income, don't even. The bloke's going to be 400,000. Yeah, it's oh my god, it's just a fucking joke.
Gaff's still there. McCluggage is there.
I'll take JPK. That bloke is consistent. Corey, look at his scores without that game he got injured against Richmond on 18.
Dylan Shield. Remember all those Muppets at the start of the season that were
Wasn't he winning the Brownlow?
Ranting about Dylan Shield? Fuck me.
Wasn't he going to win the Brownlow, Corey?
Yeah, I think he did win it, didn't he?
Oh my god, what a joke. What a joke.
Yeah, see, I'm not trusting JPK. I'm not as optimistic on JPK.
400,000.
Yeah, but I don't think the body's right. I don't think it's
you don't think he's going to average 100 from this point on?
Oh, he definitely could, but I think there's better options out there.
Then JPK, give me one.
Yeah. The midfield, I would much rather wait. Look, okay, so I'm waiting on JPK or I'm waiting on 5. I'd still rather spend 150k and go 5.
Yeah, I mean, no doubt, but that's not Frogger's question. He wants someone under 500. Give me someone under 500. It's better than JPK.
Gaff.
Gaff's better than JPK.
Yeah, from here to the back end of the season, without a doubt.
What the?
I'll take you in a bet if you want that.
Gaff's pretty good. I'm not betting that, Corey.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm not getting roped into bets.
No problem. That's fine. You did say last time you're bitching it. You're not taking me on any podcast anymore. That's
what you want to call it.
Hugh Greenwood's also sub 500k. I don't mind if you grab that and then send it forward if it's your last upgrade for this week.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Gaff outscores. But in saying that, I wouldn't trust Gaff for the rest of the year either. It's fucking
Gaff's not as bad as people think he's been.
Lottery at fucking West Coast though. And Frogger on Big O have no buy clearance issue this week coming. Best to hold. Wait for. Oh yeah, you hold him. I was like, look at Nic Nat.
I missed the question.
Sorry.
Hold him.
Big O have no buy clearance issues this week. Best to hold, wait for Gorn/Goldie to shed value and grab one of the 2 in round 15.
What the fuck are people getting Big O for?
Oh, look, because he was only 300 something, okay? Or look to find a way to get Nic Nat in buy free and hopefully not rested this week. No. You ride Big O at the moment, I think, Frogger. You just ride it, take the week off, and look at kind of. I'd probably wait until coming out of round 15 into 16, 17 before I look at it. You got best 18, so you're not taking a big hit. I think you hold him.
Does he have Greenwood?
No idea.
Flick him to Greenwood if you don't. It's going to cost you 20 grand.
Big O could definitely ton up again.
Oh,
I think when I solo Ruck,
he probably will ton up, Corey. He probably will, but fuck him off.
No, you just
Fucking
don't
donkey.
like his schnoz.
Snoz called.
Big Dick Millsy again. Name not changing. Who do I upgrade first, Noble or Draper? Should I ditch
Noble.
Noble this week, saying he will be top value? Yeah, you get rid of him.
Yeah.
And then look
I
at
never.
the bank for Lloyd. You could probably Mills. You have a chat with me afterwards because I'd be surprised if we couldn't find a way to get you Lloyd this week. But we'll have a chat. And Dizzo, Jack Stephen, a lot. Yep, thought so. If the listeners are smart, they'll get on him for the Brownlow. That's 2 locks in this post. That means that was meant to be a question, I think. Fucking lost a plot. What do we normally do after questions? That's it for questions.
Captain, vice captain. I think we might have covered that a bit with Nic Nat and McRae earlier.
I like Nic Nat McRae. Those who don't know Nic Nat, McRae into.
Just give me 1 sec, Corey. I will need to just bring up the fixture, and I'll tell you.
Fuck
that. I'd without a doubt be VC
Grundy.
Mitchell into McRae. Tom Mitchell against Essendon. You kidding me? No, I'm taking Tom Mitchell. I think into McRae.
I'd like the McRae because I just like to look at it. Like I said, if you always take the look at the best player available.
Yeah, Tom Mitchell hasn't gone under 105 weeks, and 3 of those 5 have been 132 or more. And he comes up against Essendon, who he averages 113 over his career against.
He's never faced an Essendon like this.
Yeah, but his 2 recent scores against Essendon, 127, 153. I don't see how I'm not VCing Mitchell into McRae.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'd be going McRae into something, though, if I didn't have Nic Nat.
Yeah, who are you going to run McRae into, though?
I don't mind Grundy.
Grundy against Carlton. How's that typically gone? Pendlebury, I'll tell you now, you get Pendlebury against Carlton, he will fucking put up some numbers.
Cripper normally scores well against Collingwood, too.
Who?
Cripper.
Yeah, Cripper goes half decent against Collingwood.
Yeah.
For some reason,
Kelly, Josh Kelly, 5. In fact, I think there's plenty of options out there.
No, I can't touch any of that. To be honest, I don't like, Clary. People might be running Jack Steele. No, it's hands down Mitchell. It's not fucking loading Grundy for me, Corey. So I can't fucking see what he's done against Carlton in the past.
I think I'd be taking Nic Nat. Yeah, Nic Nat into McRae for me.
Yeah, Nic Nat into McRae, Titchell into McRae. I think those are probably the most price most half decent teams.
Grundy's last 3 against Carlton. Go back to 2018. Sorry, he had a 113. The next game in 2018, 154, and last year a 141.
Yeah, it's nice, but Grundy's nowhere near what he had been doing those few years as well. That's my concern with Grundy is that, okay, yes, he's still averaging 122 in the year, Corey, but really, how many sort of captain-worthy scores he had this year?
Fuck, 4? You want to know another stat? Now, this is just a real random stat. It's almost every week he's had a poor, air quote, Grundy game. He's backed it up with, 107, 144, 61, 120, then 147, 100, 148, 85,
172. Yeah. I think, though, if you VC McRae, though, you're probably going to take it because if he scores 125 anyway, you're probably going to take it.
I think it has to be 125 this week, doesn't it? Unless you're chasing a cup game.
Yep. And that's, if you're chasing cup, if you're chasing league, the thing is you use your VC early, your Mitchell, your Nic Nat, you're seeing into McRae. So the other advantage you got is if you just VC McRae, have a look what your opponent got. If you need to chase points to get the win, you got Grundy's second last game of the week that you can run the C into. If you're safe and secure and you're going to get the win just by keeping your VC on McRae, then you can hold the VC and there's no need to use your captain later on in the round. So that's also an important consideration. I think people need to consider.
Fuck, how's Nic Nat's last 4? 146, 129, 153, 146.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's insane. Wouldn't want seeing a stat.
This podcast would be a lot better if you had traded him.
Oh, no, it behaves worse, trust me.
No, better for me.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
Fuck. A couple of years ago, didn't we name a podcast Nic Nat's Cock? Is that factually correct?
I'm not in the naming business here, Corey.
I think I've got a feeling we named the podcast Nic Nat's Cock. Oh no, that was my team name. That was my team name. In one of the leagues. We did name a podcast after Nic Nat once. I can't remember what it was, but
it probably was not his cock.
Fuck, maybe we call this one Nic Nat's Cock. Oh shit. Anything else to add, Bonfz?
No, I think we're scrapping the punting segment of the week, Corey. I think I dished up the loser, Carlton's. No, not Carlton's line. Who was they play? Gold Coast line. Over the fucking weekend.
And hey, we might have some golf talk. There's some got
the
2K golf.
society. Yeah, the
Yeah,
society's
the
up and
society.
about.
So if you've got on PlayStation, the society SC Elites. I should probably make one for the PC gamers out there. If anyone plays 2K golf, hit us up. We do have a society out there. It is SC Elites. How are you going in 2K golf? You're pretty good at it, I think, aren't you?
No, I don't think so. I think as well. I joined the society today for the first time and gave it a crack at. I didn't even know what course we're playing it, and I thought I was going all right. And then I got to, I think it might have been the 9th or 10th hole, and I went +7 on a hole.
Oh.
And so I think I'm up. I still haven't finished it. I'm up to about hole 15 or 16, and I'm +10. But I fucking took +7 on one hole, so I was almost going at, I was +3 after about 15, if we don't count that one fucking hole. You know what it was? Same thing as real life, Corey. Whenever there's fucking water and I go to tee off, I find it every fucking time.
I do the exact same thing.
Every fucking time it kills me.
And it'll be on the right. I'll be like, all right, I'll just hit it fast. So I go nowhere near the water, and it's like really slow.
And I'm aiming to the opposite end. I'm aiming to the opposite end of the fucking thing as well, and just was not working.
Seriously, fucking good game. Not gonna lie, seriously good game. Yeah. Any hole in ones yet?
No. I've been a sniff a couple of times, and I've pitched one in, but they were on sort of easier game mode, so I'm not even going to claim them anymore. I've pitched a few in, but now that I'm on the pro game setting, I think you can't claim it unless it's
I literally, when I first got, I put on the hardest difficulty because like golf games in the past had been that easy, and I'm like, fuck it, it was so hard. It's like you'd be able like that much, and it's like too slow. Fuck you. If you had to put your bet of the week on, what would it be, Bonfz?
This week, and you're probably going to dispute this, but I'd have some good coin on Essendon. $1.65, huge fucking value, I reckon. Huge value. And you know what? Richmond are being shit. How the fuck West Coast are underdogs? Fair income.
Are they really?
West Coast are underdogs at this point. You take West Coast
Metricon Stadium.
You take West Coast under 40. You could be looking at $2.40 on the Coasters.
Fuck, I reckon that's only because they didn't travel well to Metricon last time.
Yeah, but this is the first week. We'll see. Well, we don't know, but I think they're a better football team than Richmond in current form. Well, you're looking at $1.82 and $2.05, so it might be 2.5.
Yeah,
not worth it. I'd rather just take under 40 points, or even just straight out.
Putting your multis.
2-1. Yeah.
Yep, done. All right, elitist, on behalf of Bonfz, myself, not Brett because he's a dickhead, and our patrons at patreon.com/SC Elites. Peace out, community. Thank you for listening/watching.